Welcome to the Legacy of Light podcast, where we channel messages from the higher realms, taking you on adventures into the higher realm history of this planet, to golden ages, advanced civilizations, and sharing messages and news to support you on your ascension path. I'm Gabriella Kowalski, and
I'm Polina Light. We are so delighted to be taking you on a journey of embodying your own divinity, exploring your beautiful, magnificent, infinite heart, and connecting deeper to your own beautiful eternal nature.
beautiful souls, welcome to Legacy of Light with
Polina Light
and Gaby Kowalski. Oh my goodness, beautiful souls, we have a topic for you today that we invite you to get your galactic popcorn out, put on your galactic socks. We're going on a journey into the higher realms of 2025. What is available to all of us now, and what we've actually been through in a deep, deep way this year already. What's been going on behind the scenes in the quantum field of Gaia, in her architecture, within us, individually and as a collective. And so this is galactic news and the future of Gaia, brought to you by Legacy of Light. Paulinka, my love, share some galactic news with us, please.
We are co-creating with galactic consciousness, whether you are aware of it or not. But the truth is, we are multidimensional beings. And it means that beyond the veil of the physical reality, our consciousness is present in all realms, in all dimensions, in different quarters of the galaxy simultaneously. And no different how we are now speaking in physical form to you, and we are interacting with other human beings in this physical configuration of consciousness. In other realities, other versions of us, they are interacting with other versions of consciousness, such as our galactical families of light. And we receive through the voices of intuition or deep inner knowing messages, guidance, some assistance and support all the time. And because we are channeling higher realms, channeling pure love and intelligence of light, we are inviting you to receive this through an open heart, through the portal of an open heart. Your galactic families of light, regardless of which star nation you are closely co-creating with, they all want you to know that now it's time for all of you and all of us to merge into a higher vantage point and to see our reality as a non-linear journey. Saying so means that seeing your past as a phase of your reality that was preparing you for the current journey, for the current moment. No different from the current moment is preparing you for the future timeline. But the key to building a successful creative reality for yourself, where you feel good, where you feel in harmony, where you feel peaceful and truly happy, is to stay centered in your heart. And when we choose to connect, to stay in our heart center and connect to the intelligence of our heart, we automatically shift out and phase out from the lower egoistic perception. When it comes to me, we play like little herds and the games of the ego, games of duality. So galactic federations of light, they are inviting you to take a moment in your daily reality to assess the journey of the past and see that all the events that have taken place during 2024 and even before that have been gifted to you as an opportunity to grow, as an opportunity to reshape your consciousness, to reshape your personality, to adjust the way you exist in the world to be in alignment with the current timeline of ascension. And this automatically brings us to a higher vantage point, seeing that if during this year you've been experiencing some shifts in your reality, internal shifts, external shifts, and it also reflected in our collective reality, we see how much is happening nowadays in the world. So many different structures are bringing their form into more refined state, and our consciousness is doing the same, and it will always do the same. However, everything is always a continuation and extension of the previous process. Inviting you to see that if during this year, 2024, you had to grow up in a way, you had to step into your emotional, mental, spiritual, and of course, physical maturity, see how much stronger it have made you. If you had to let go of some dynamics, potentially people from your life, or you were made guided towards reality where you had to make choices to extract yourself from the grids that served you and sustained you until the present moment. If you made the choice to let them go, see how much freedom you have obtained within your inner being and see the changes that you have already experienced as tools that have made you stronger, tools that made you even more empowered, tools that have given you opportunity to know what a powerful being you are and know that deep within your being there is a seed of universal free will. And when you connect to your free will, you see that no external reality has any power to dictate how you feel in your heart. And this is what we have been observing in the past. And councils of light, they want us to know that the future timelines, they're brilliant because they are co-created with our soul frequency. And we can choose specific timelines when it comes to co-creating with specific virtues of our consciousness. For myself, I can say that for the next year, I am truly excited to co create, for example, with more generosity and kindness because I know that deep within my heart, on a personal level, I can open up my heart even more for humanity and share even more abundantly the gifts of the universe that are coming through my field. And every single one of us can make a choice what specific virtue of the heart we want to express in the next year. And simply making this choice, simply witnessing this desire in our heart, already shifts us into a timeline and a version of Gaia that is already coded, prepared for us to step into that. So we become even more embodied high frequency versions of ourselves. And galactic federations of light, they once again want you to know that the changes will never end. This train will continue to go. So buckle up and you better adjust your perception that everything that is happening for you is a blessing. It refines you, it brings you to your highest timeline. It truly changes you and shapes you to the being that you truly are, that you have always been, beyond what you ever thought about yourself, beyond what you have assumed and assumptions that you have created about others. None of it is relevant. The new year is the year of truth. And this year, 2024, has been preparing you to witness the truth about your being, to witness the truth about the world you live in, and to witness the truth that you have the keys to make a choice because you are a co-creator with source consciousness of your sovereign reality. So
Oh,
that's what I wanted to share. Thank you for receiving this.
beautiful galactic news. It's been a powerful year, and for so many, as you listen to this, I imagine you're nodding your head and agreeing that, woof, let's take a moment and acknowledge everything, all the changes, all the shifts, all the nuances. This year has been this profound, beautiful adventure. And for so many, it's taken us to the depths of the deeper depths of our soul. And so please take this moment to reflect on who you are right now in relation to the version of you that started at the very beginning of the year. Shamuktiatana Hatanaksiai, and really honor yourself because, yay, this year has been such a profound year in the architectural changes of this planet. Oh my gosh, Gaia took her first breath in her new architecture, and that means that the golden grids and the celestial grids and the beautiful portals of light that come from the golden and celestial realms, and like stabilizing, growing, and singing their songs more than they have in our particular civilization, in our incarnations. And for those of you that are not as familiar with what that means, very basically put, the celestial grids uh, the architecture of love. There's so much frequency of true higher love, and the golden grids, the songs of abundance and creation. And so, as this architecture sets, it gives us a new playground to play in. Every single one of us co creates realities within grid architecture. For the most part, a lot of us are unconscious. We get birthed into certain societies at the beginning, and we could go to school or to workplaces, and we go into grids not even knowing we're in those grids, needing to behave and, somehow conform to those grids, like wear uniforms. Or if you're like me and you're a bit of a rebel, you constantly stay in detention because you keep refusing to wear your school uniform. Some of us came here to anchor new grids. And if you can relate to this, aspects of you are simply not willing to fully, go into a pre-created grid. You came here to extend and create your own. Yet what's really exciting is that as Gaia truly took her first breaths in her new form this year and split, it's created an incredible quantum architecture. There are more versions of Gaia now than ever before. And we have even more choice now than we ever did before. Now, this might sound delicious, yet it also means that we're being called to greater maturity in our creation, more precision with where we place our attention, where we place our intention. 2025, for those of us that are truly claiming love and abundance and our soul light as our co-creative guiding force, are like the most beautiful spring you'll ever see, where flowers bloom everywhere. Every seed of creation that you have planted into the quantum field has the capacity to blossom and surprise you with so many gifts. Yet, there are alternate realities that are different for those that are still wanting to co-create with fear, with scarcity, with justice, with judgment, with separation. And so this is why it's an interesting time, because there are so many timelines, so many versions available. You'll notice even more diversity, and it's an abundance of wow, like there's so much available on our planet that in one window you can see heaven on earth, and in another window you could see others living not that. And sharing this is, the invitation that 2025 is truly the year of the creator. Those beautiful beings that are anchoring and stabilizing into the remembrance that we created all. Those of us that are truly, oh my gosh, choosing to stay sovereign, choosing to hold their dreams in their heart, choosing to hold the timelines of their greatest desire in their heart. The architecture of what's available gives you the capacity to turn energy into matter faster than before, gives you the capacity to truly shift into quantum shift and move and morph into versions of yourself that I feel like in previous timelines could have taken a much longer journey. We can bend time and space more than we ever have been able to before. We can embody more of our soul libraries, more light, more higher consciousness than what has been experienced before. And that means that 2025 to me is spring. And you can already feel it. It's like flowers blossoming, new projects, new things, like visions that visionaries have held in their hearts, some for 20 years, some for longer, of changes in community, changes in medicine, changes in schooling systems, changes for the betterment of our beautiful civilization. You'll watch as new technologies and new architecture take place, new systems, things that were not possible last year or the year before will become possible as we take these steps, because the architecture is allowing for you may even find yourself like going blah, 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 shaking your head, because you'll have memories of but this was not possible before. And laws will change, leaders will change, everything will change from day to day. It has been, and it does offer this opportunity. Yet at the same time, this message is being shared because, the way that we enter these higher grids of our planet is through all the work that we've done up until now. This is why, for some of us, 2024 was actually a huge year of embodiment preparation. It took, like, some of us for the last couple of years were taken to the edges of our known universe and were entrained, truly entrained in choosing love, in choosing compassion, in choosing abundance, in choosing our sovereignty, in choosing to let go of our attachment to old world society, let go of needing to have people all over the world approve of us, or, like, even subtly letting go of certain perceptions and codes. And so, yay, if you're here and you can feel the frequency of this and you're excited for your spring, for your flowers, then with all my heart, thank you. Thank you for being willing to do the work, for staying the course, for being devoted to your ascension, for everything that you are and do on the planet. Because the reality is that, there are those that will share predictions of future timelines of this planet. And remember that there's always every timeline available. Remember, please, that there is no one path. And with each year, as our planet shifts, as the architecture of her transformation continues, all we experience is even more versions of Gaia, even more versions of Gaia, even more versions of Gaia, even more choice. And so it's up to us to discern, it's up to us to put our life force energy into the predictions of the future that we actually want to co-create, which means that we're not sitting there waiting for someone to tell us, hey, in 2025, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen. We're actually sitting there going, well, what do we want to sow into 2025? What do we wish to hold in our hearts and birth in 2025? Where do we wish to put our light and the most precious gift that we have, which is our life force energy? Whatever we place our heart and attention on grows. And so our most greatest gift that we can give anything is our attention, is our presence. And that's why this message is a greater call to this greater discernment. And so if you hear people sharing beautiful creations for next year that expand you, that fill in business, go for it. If anyone shares predictions that contract you, that have you activate any ounce of fear in your field, please transmute that. See it more as, oh, this prediction showed up in my life, so I could see that I've still got a little portal of fear in my field, and I'm reacting to this. My work is not to tell the person telling this prediction, stuff to go away. My work is my inner work, because my universe is within me. And so I will take whatever this is, this fear, and I'll hold it in my heart with love, and I will turn it back to light. And as I do this, more of me comes into the field, and I will stand for and hold within my heart all the higher timelines for all of humanity. That is my beautiful message and my 2025 news. Over to Polinka.
It's really beautiful. Thank you, Gaby. Inviting you to see your life, that it is not limited by what you have already learned about yourself, but see the life as a continuous journey that will always call you into expansion, that will always be calling you in to becoming more loving, more flexible physically, and when it comes to flexibility, flexibility of your consciousness. We quite often get very attached to experiences that we truly like, and we also equally get attached to the experiences we did not enjoy. Because when it comes to mental fixation or any energetic attachment or emotional attachment, it doesn't truly matter. Human consciousness really likes to attach to intensity of good experiences and intensity of the bad experiences. But the truth is the intensity is simply intensity. It's simply highly charged particles of light that create this electricity. And this electricity, we when we evolve, we eventually learn how to use to fulfill the dreams of ours, to manifest realities that are in alignment with the vision of our heart. So the way to move forward from the past, from this present moment into the future timeline, is to continuously remind yourself that flexibility and the flow is the way of being in the new era of Aquarius. We already learned the journeys and the pathways. We explored them through and through. The pathways of releasing attachment, creating attachment. That always causes a lot of suffering. It causes a lot of stagnation. But the flow of universal and galactical consciousness is the flow, is the movement. And if you know that somewhere within your heart, within your being, you are attached to a certain circumstances that you think you need to be around you and surrounding you for you to be the best version of yourself, boom, there is an attachment to a certain conditionings, and attachments will always be um, expanded and released. So in order to spare yourself all of this effort of releasing attachment, releasing stagnation, releasing burdens of the past, everything that you have known, like as tension, stress, anxiety, all of the past, let it go now. Make a choice. Gabby just shared that the one of the most powerful and profound gifts that we are given by Source Creator is the power of manifesting dreams, visions, energy into matters, redirecting our awareness and directing the flow of our energy. So give yourself full permission to subconsciously, effortlessly, through love and grace, to let go of heavy stones in your system, whatever they are. Let yourself be free. Let yourself move with the flow of your own consciousness. Let your wings of your heart open up so you can fly into realities of joy, so you can be experiencing life on a version of Gaia that is free, where you are surrounded by beings who are also seeing you for who you truly are. And you do not need to reveal yourself as I'm this, I'm that, I was born there, this is how old I am, this is what I like to eat, this is my intolerance to food. None of this matters when it comes to creating a true bond with humans. And none of it matters when it comes to creating a new bond with planet Earth and with the spirit of sacredness around us. And the new year, not just 2025, but the following ups to come, are the years of experiencing and experimenting on all type of bonds that we can create based on love. This is why in the past we needed to know so much how to become uh, how to learn how to adjust to the flow of ever coming, ever occurring changes. How to be selective when it comes to the frequency that you want to co-create, when it comes to environments that you want to place yourself. You learn so much about yourself. Stop seeing yourself as the small one who needs rescuing. This is the paradigms of the old age and the new age of Aquarius. It all is about empowerment. It is all about knowing and flexing your spiritual muscles and applying what humanity and you, particularly as an individual being, have learned based on the experiences of the past, but not being limited by the experiences of the past. And as a little gift for you to shift into the timelines of true fulfillment, of true joy, excitement, adventures, whatever you want for yourself, we'd like to give you a little gift and a simple, like a protocol and a modality that works for all the beings who are choosing ascension, because it calls us into truly practicing discernment, practicing our focus on the power of free will that we are given. And the power of free will is one of the most powerful laws of the universe, that every sovereign being has power to experience absolutely anything that he, she, it desires. So, in the meditative space, when you feel that you are feeling calm and peaceful, you're feeling balanced, when you know that you've had a good day, no drama happened to you, you are not dealing with some heaviness, those days when you feel great, those days when you actually feel balanced, this is the day to code yourself with the codes of the future timeline. So create a ceremonial space, light up candles, light up incense if that's what you like. You may even play some meditative music or listen to the sounds of nature, anything that makes you feel good about yourself. And you know yourself better than anyone knows you. So follow the guidance of your heart and create a ceremonial space. Breathe deeply in and out. Why we need to always focus on our own breath when we go into the quantum process, because the flow of our breath is the flow of spirit within us, is the flow of celestial, universal, galactic source consciousness and consciousness of our soul manifested through our breath. So truly feel the presence of this divinity within yourself. Feel how it is moving through your vessel, through your body. Feel how your cells are opening up and receiving hydration. See yourself as this universe that is experiencing exchange with the space around you. And this is already a lot, because it creates this certain level of awareness that no matter what has happened to you in your day before, has nothing to do with what you choose to experience. And you choose to experience yourself as the universe, so you can co-create with your own consciousness. And it is your own consciousness that takes you into the future timeline, not the consciousness of your parents, not consciousness of plants around you, not consciousness of, I don't know, food that you eat. It's your own consciousness that you are to know. This is true mastery. So create a ceremonial space, breathe, relax, bring the focus of your awareness into your heart space, and notice what changes when you are connecting to your heart. Some of you who have been practicing this type of meditations can go into multi-dimensional portal of the heart. This is great. Some of you who are beginning getting to know yourself, this is also great. Feel your heart. Simply notice what is changing in your physical state, in your mental body, maybe in your emotional body, when you're simply listening and feeling to your heart. Whatever impulses of the heart you are noticing, this is great. What truly matters is you guiding your awareness to your heart. And more you practice this, the more messages, the more impulses you will be witnessing coming from your heart to your human awareness. And then invite you to breathe and simply relax, surrender, and let go of anything and everything. Truly connect to your stillness within yourself. Your heart will always be bringing you into stillness, whether you like it or not. But the heart is the peaceful domain where the peace of your soul resides. So when you choose to connect to your heart, you will always be choosing to connect to the peace. And when the peace is felt by your system, see that this day, turns into a dream, like a movie. When you go to a cinema or when you're watching a movie online, it's a story, right? You watch it from the beginning and you watch it till the end. And then you turn it off, close your laptop, and fall asleep. Or you exit the cinema. It's just a movie that you have witnessed. Of course, you may discuss it, you may share your impressions, experience with your friends, but it's simply just a memory. So, inviting you, when you feel peaceful, see that this day is turning into memory. It is just a movie that you have watched. It might be a thriller, it might be a comedy, it might be a romantic movie. It doesn't matter. It is the movie. That's the truth of it. It's just a movie. You might felt something during this movie. This is good because you are a sensitive being, you're an empathic being, you're human. We are here to feel, so good on you for feeling whatever you felt today, this day, last day. See the movie turning into simply a story. And then, if you feel that something within your heart is still attached to the story, create an alternative version of the outcome that you have already experienced. If there was an argument in your day with someone and you are not feeling quite great about how it ended, I'm just making it up. Create an alternative version of the dialogue that you had. What would be the most beneficial resolution, not only for you, but for the being that you communicated with, or environment, or any kind of encounter that you had? What would be the most loving outcome? Not for you to feel like, ha ha ha, I proved my point, I'm great and they're losers. Not, that is not the best outcome. It's a selfish outcome. But choose the outcome, choose the reality in your memory field. So you feel free. You know that you felt good after that conversation ended. And the other person or group of people felt truly seen, loved, and there was a beautiful resolution that is creating harmony for your next day. Simply do this. It's not creating alternative realities, it is helping you to withdraw your own energy from a timeline that is already your past. And when we withdraw our own energy, we return back to our heart center. We feel more empowered in the next timeline, in the next day. And once this is all done and clear, see the story turning into just particles of light that begin to swirl in a clockwise motion. It may be golden, it may be diamond light, whatever color you see, all is good. See these particles swirling around, and they are returning back to the source, returning back to the sun. You can send this day through the portal of our sun to the field of creation, or you may see it simply lifting up into the sky and dissolving. And once you do this, you will feel a great sense of freedom and in your being. You will feel that the day has passed and it has not taken you out of your being. It has not depleted you. It has actually given you a beautiful story, narrative, and a story to experience yourself. And you've done this. And once you watch this past dissolving, seeing yourself creating a new timeline. It can be your tomorrow, it can be your next year of your life, it can be something that you code for the future and then surrendering to the divine timing, not creating a certain, time frames. Whatever works out for you best. Seeing yourself having the most incredible experiences. If you want love, see yourself being surrounded by the most beautiful, brilliant people who truly get you, who see you, not only witness you as you want to be witnessed, but they truly feel you. There is this telepathic communication between you two or the group of people. When you know how the heart of their hearts feel and they know how your heart feels without a need of speaking, this is the true bond of friendship or the true bond of love. If you want family, see yourself having the most incredible time on a beach or in the mountains or doing something with your beloved one, with your children. Simply dream and know that when you dream, you are actually not making up something new. You are already connecting to those realities that already exist. But by you bringing your awareness into those timelines, you see how you're building an energetic bridge in the quantum field. So your energy begins to exchange with the future version of you. See yourself being successful, happy, healthy, whatever it is you want for yourself. But see it as not you dreaming of it, but see a movie that has already been anchored and embodied the same way as you're watching a movie that has already been filmed for you. Right now, you're watching our podcast that we are creating in maybe a different configuration of time from what you are witnessing now in your present moment. But it has already been created for you, right? You already have a content to watch. So the same way you watch the movie that has already been created, it has already been created and receive those codes. Make sure that you feel. Let your imagination take you and let yourself drift away into those realms. Feel yourself eating the most incredible food that really hydrates and nurtures your body, sustains your vitality. See your skin glowing in healthy light. See yourself being strong. Just see yourself, and more than seeing, feel yourself. When you notice that you feel at least something within your system, this is the moment where you are activating those codes in your current vessel, in your current body. So the aim here is not only to dream, but to see. And once you feel this sensation moving through your field, you send out a ray of gratitude into the heart of that being that you are seeing, your future timeline. So, for example, here I am with my gorgeous golden ginger copper hair. For example, giving you an example, in the future timeline, maybe I have blonde hair like Gaby does. So, to bridge myself with the future version of me that has blonde hair, I am sending out a ray of gratitude from my heart that I'm feeling in this present moment to the heart center of that avatar that I'm connecting to. And once you see this bridge of light, that ray of light is connecting you and that version of you, inhale love, light substance, codes, necessary program, support, wisdom into this vessel. Use the power of your breath to inhale this reality into your being and exhale gratitude. Simply breathe like that and see how eventually you become peaceful. You feel that your life is brilliant because this is what is awaiting for you. Even if even if some narrative will be different, even if you will not be blonde, maybe you will be bold because you choose to be bold because you think it's cool. Give universe an opportunity to adjust your vision to be the best aligned version of your reality for you. You are simply creating the seeds and you're activating the seeds, and the rest will be taken care of by your higher self, by your families of light, by the universal consciousness. And when you come back into this moment, feel gratitude and see that you are creating your reality. Whatever happened to you in the past, brilliant, we already watched that movie. We don't want to be watching the same movie for the rest of our life. This is not very freeing. Freeing is dreaming. Freeing is applying what you have learned, what you have watched in the other movies, and creating a movie, creating a scenario for yourself. And then you will see that eventually you will want to do this for your children. You will want to do this for your parents, for your friends, and for our planet. You will want to do this for humanity because you will tap into the creative power within your center, and it will always be guiding you to embody more unity consciousness and more oneness consciousness. I hope you have enjoyed this protocol, meditation, quantum experience that you can do for yourself.
Yay. And with all our hearts, we wish you a magical, beautiful, enchanting 2025. Dream, and let's all dream a beautiful new world into existence together. Mwah. Much love, everyone.